if nothing else helps, just remember that you're like fighting fascism by eating that cookie.
Right. And your little guys want you to eat.
Yeah, they want you to be big and strong. Feed them lots of good. Give them potatoes.
Give them potatoes. You need those starches.
Potatoes are so vilified in our culture. Potatoes are very good for you. There's a lot of important nutrients in there. Good fiber.
It's a great crop.
Yeah, it is a great hearty crop.
Hearty crop.
Yeah. Have a bean. Have a tater. Have a shot of kombucha.
Maybe eat a cantaloupe. Tell us how it is.
Maybe.
What are your thoughts?
Yeah. Are you very pro cantaloupe? Are you pro honeydew? Because that will be a controversial opinion.
These are poll questions that we will be asking.
Yes, for sure.
But they said that we'd grow out of it. Well, the joke's on them. That's just our brains. We're eccentric, loud, and stubborn. And most of our clothing is covered in stains. It's not a deficit of attention. There's just too much to think about. So if executive dysfunction becomes a little too much, if you forgot why you came in this room, or you're hypersensitive to touch, then put on your seamless socks and come join our little flock. Bitches stimming together, we're weirds of a feather. Weirds of a feather.
Okay, let's rock. Let's rock today.
Let's do it.
Let's do
Do
it.
it.
Do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay.
I feel like we haven't recorded in forever.
We have not.
I feel like I haven't seen you in forever.
I know. Well, the last time you came down, we just watched Malcolm in the Middle and you
that's
took a nap
right.
on the
I
couch.
Just having a moment.
You needed the break. We needed the break.
I needed a break.
We've been a bit MIA.
It's been
a while.
3 weeks since you looked at me.
Yeah,
But
it has
more.
been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot that last time we came down. I literally just slept on your couch.
Yeah, it was nice.
Sometimes you need that. It was nice.
Yeah, sometimes
it
you
was
just need
really
a little
nice.
friendship nap.
I really appreciated it and enjoyed it, and it was great.
Yep.
Yeah.
Needed to happen.
So, but here we are.
Yeah.
We're
back.
here. We're back. We're doing a meaty episode.
Oh, yeah.
This is Weirds of a Feather,
Let me check my notes. Yep.
Yeah.
AuDHD-Adjacent
podcast.
Yeah, is that what you
just
have in your notes?
Yeah, right here.
Oh, yeah, right there. I see it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why we write these things down.
Thank God.
Yep.
Good thing we prepared.
AuDHD-Adjacent podcast. We've only been doing this for like
Years. Yep. And we're on top of it. We know it.
We know. And we're, dare I say, almost semi-pro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put us in, coach. Put us on TV.
Here we are.
Yeah.
But we are here. We've got meat for you. But first,
I'm your host, Grace.
oh my God. And I'm your host, Kristin.
Yeah.
We're Weirds of Feather. We've covered that. And I've got a warm-up question.
All right. Lay it on me.
Okay. I think we might have even already covered this, but
Probably.
I just went on a ghost tour in Bar Harbor.
Ooh.
I didn't even know there were ghosts there. Apparently there are.
There's ghosts everywhere.
Yeah. That's what I figure. I'm like, it's New England. Everywhere is old. There's got to be a ghost around somewhere.
Right? Whether it's like old colonial ghosts or like the ghost of the indigenous people that were slaughtered all over these lands, you know?
Yeah. And the guide talked about both.
Great.
So
Great.
yeah. So my question is, Grace,
Yes?
have you ever encountered a ghost?
I have.
Okay. Great.
Okay.
Moving on.
Moving on. Yep.
How do you know it was a ghost? What happened?
Okay, well, I have 2 ghost stories.
Okay.
The one that happened here in this house when I was like in middle school.
that's right.
Where I woke up in the middle of the night and something was like rattling my doorknob. That to me, I'm convinced was a ghost, because what the hell else would be doing that in the middle of the night?
Mm-hmm.
I know it wasn't Lily, because as much as Lily likes to mess with me, she's very scared of the dark, especially back then. Sorry, Lily, calling you out. We're both Lily and I are both very scared of the dark, and she was like a little kid back then, so I know she wouldn't be out of bed like in the middle of the night messing with me, because I think that would scare her more than it would scare me.
That's fair.
So she wouldn't have done that, and like
It wasn't your dad pulling a prank.
no, it wasn't. It was like middle of the night, and again, like my dad.
Steve likes his sleep.
Yes, he's not gonna wake
And Susan's
himself
not doing
up.
that.
No, like no one
that's
in my
not-
family is that type of like prankster. No one would be doing that in the middle of the night. So like, what else? Like, what else could possibly cause that?
Do you think you imagined it?
No,
No.
don't gaslight me about my own experience. Well,
I'm just
there's this interesting theory about how like ghost experiences are possibly just like timelines overlapping because, you know, like the present doesn't exist and time is just like all happening simultaneously. And then when we moved in again to this house a couple years ago, when Ian and I moved in, I was going up to that same bedroom that I used to sleep in. And I think it has like those locks where it can like be turned with like a coin or whatever. And it must have gotten turned. And so I went up to that room and I was jiggling the doorknob trying to get in. And I was like, oh my God, was I experiencing myself in this timeline jiggling the doorknob? And it was like
your own ghost.
I am my own ghost. I'm haunting myself.
Oh,
And doesn't that feel like a
surprise me at
metaphor,
all.
right?
Yeah.
But I had this moment because I was like, this is exactly what was happening when I woke up and I was like hearing it rattling.
Really?
I'm like, yeah. I'm like, what if that was me on a different timeline happening simultaneously?
Or maybe the ghost saw you and was like, I'm going to do that later.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
And then my second one, I went on a ghost tour when I lived down in Charleston for the summer, which you want to have a real ghost experience, go to Charleston.
That's
because
fair.
I just feel like the South is like so haunted.
There's a lot of death.
Yeah. A lot of death, a lot of crime. But my mom and I went on this ghost tour and it was really creepy. And they took us to this place that used to be an orphanage, like during after the Civil War, because obviously all these kids' parents were dying and being shipped off. And it was an orphanage for those kids. And then it was like dorm rooms when I was on this ghost tour. And they said that there were a bunch of times where the fire alarm would just like go off in the middle of the night.
I hate that.
And yeah, they didn't know why. It just like kept happening.
Disassemble it.
Yeah, take the whole thing down. And it was like really creepy. Like I know some ghost tours are like, you're just like making this stuff up. This one felt very real, very legit.
Ours was more like, it was just like information. It was
Like a
more
historical tour.
Historical tour plus ghosts.
Yeah. This was like ghosts were at the forefront. Plus you learn some history.
That's nice.
Yeah, it was nice. Yeah, I like being scared like that. So then later that night, I took my friend Kenda back there with me, and because she loves ghosts too. She loves creepy stuff. And so I was kind of like telling her what I had learned on this ghost tour. And we were right by this dumpster. And like right as I said, because like there are 3 different types of ghosts.
Yeah.
There's like the angel, like your spirit guides. There's ghosts that are like wandering the earth trying to complete this mission that they like never got to complete during their lives. And then there's like kind of more like evil spirits.
Okay,
that, like,
I learned different.
Oh, okay.
This is what Doug, the ghost tour guy, said. There's
that's
3
what
different. Doug, who, what did he say? He was like the lo-fi Bob Ross because he had a big afro. Doug, who's lovely, said there's 3 types. One, I forget it's RIP. One is like, I forget the name of it, but it's just like they're in their own time loop.
Yeah, like
and they're
repeating this thing. Yeah.
And then there's the intelligent ghost that kind of interacts with you, but is not like, you know, like will jiggle the doorknob or, you know, you'll feel like a cold presence or something, but can kind of interact. And then you have P, the poltergeist, which is like, he called them naughty ghosts.
Yeah.
But, and he said they're almost like rowdy teens causing trouble. Youths.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of similar to what I learned.
sure
I guess
it's like the same
spirit
thing.
guide one would be like your middle one. Yeah, of just kind of like, they're not rowdy ghosts. They're, I think it's like either they can be like looking out for you, or it's a thing where they just can like mildly interact with you, but they don't wish harm upon you. And they're kind of doing their thing and you're doing yours, and you might like notice their presence sometimes. But yeah, so I guess there were like a lot of like the rowdy ghosts that were living in that orphanage because there was a bunch of kids messing with, I think the reason the orphanage had been destroyed is because it burned down. That was a big part of it. So the orphanage had burned down, and then when they built dorms there, the fire alarms kept going off in the dorms, which is so creepy.
Just, I would say if an orphanage burns down, just don't build things.
Yeah,
There's
just
certain
nothing.
things you shouldn't build over.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Like
That's probably one of
ancient
them.
burial grounds,
Yeah.
orphanages that
Yeah.
mysteriously burn down to the ground.
I feel like there's certain things, you know, maybe 18th century textile mills that use child labor.
Yep. Psych hospitals.
Yep.
Yeah.
Certain things shouldn't be built over.
Yeah. And there were kids who died in the orphanage fire,
You can't
obviously.
gentrify the orphanages.
No,
you know?
let that ground
them
rest.
Yes.
Yeah, because you will be haunted. So I was telling Kenda all of this because a lot of people had experiences with these type of like spirits that were like messing with them or just seemed like kind of angry, which I would be too if I was like a Civil War era orphan and then the orphanage I was living in burned down and I died in it. I'd be pretty pissed. So I was telling her this, and right as I said, right as I told her like about how the orphan ghosts were like messing with people, this huge bag of garbage like flew out of the dumpster.
No.
And it like and Kenda has been watching horror movies since she was like 7 years old. She was scared shitless and was like, okay, if Kenda's scared, I am out of here.
We gotta go.
Yeah. And it wasn't like a pile of garbage where it just like tipped over. It was like the garbage bags in the dumpster were like beneath the level of like the top of the dumpster.
Nope,
so
done.
like there's no conceivable way that this just like tipped
Unless
over.
someone's in the dumpster throwing out garbage, which also you should be scared.
Would be scary for a different reason. Yeah.
Some sort of raccoon gang. Right? Absolutely.
So either way,
you got to get out of there.
Yeah. It was very, very scary. And I don't like if it was possible that it just tipped over or whatever, I'd be like, it probably just tipped over. Like there is no other explanation for what happened in my mind. So that to me was like my main ghost experience where I was like, yep, this is real. 1,000% real. Let's get out of here. So yeah.
Yeah. I think I've had one, but I think most ghosts see me and they're like, not much going on there.
She's fine.
She is not in tune with whatever
she's
this is.
not paying attention.
Yeah, she can barely pay attention to this reality, let alone like a paranormal reality.
Yeah.
So I think they usually fly by and they're like, see ya. The only thing I think was, remember when I lived in the mill?
Yes, creepy.
So it was like a
mill
creepy,
children.
so imagine a textile mill from the 18th century that used child labor for sure. And I only know about this because there's big posters when you walk in and use the elevator about
they really like highlight the fact that it was like
children that we use
child labor. Normally a place would want to like cover that up.
And then they display all the big machinery that definitely like ripped little kids' arms off.
For sure.
It's like,
I mean, it's nice that they're not trying to cover it up.
Yeah.
It's just interesting that they're like highlighting it.
So, and there's been multiple reports about this building because it's like a multi-use building. So it's like there's apartments and then there's restaurants down below. And so
It's
I know
a cool building.
It's a cool building. It's really pretty.
Definitely haunted.
For sure haunted. I know like our cats when we lived there, they would always like Snickers was always staring at a random wall for like
Freaking
15
cats.
minutes at a time. And like, was she old? Sure. She still is. But like, that was like even abnormal for her when we were just like, what is she looking at? You know? But the only thing I think happened, and I just don't know if this was, remember that time I called you guys, you and Gracie, or texted you about how I thought my neighbors were getting in like a huge fight.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was a huge fight because I did text the landlord about it. So I woke up in the middle of the night and it sounded like an entire cabinet of dishes was like pushed over and they all shattered. And then I just heard like all this screaming in the middle of the night because I definitely fell asleep on the couch. And so obviously I was like, well, maybe I should get up and brush my teeth. And then I went back to bed. And then I didn't really know what to do because it's like, you know, was this like a domestic abuse situation? Was it like, I mean, I would be screaming if someone pushed over an entire cabinet of dishes, you know? So I don't know, but it was like definitely at like 3 a.m. when like dishes should be in the cupboards and not like pushed on the floor. So I don't know. I have no idea. And so I just emailed the landlord about it, just being like, hey, this weird thing happened at 3 a.m. It sounded like an entire thing of dishes fell over. And then I just heard some screaming and crying and sobbing from like right above me. I don't know if that's something we should look into. And so the landlord really got freaked out. And so she went up and asked, because it was a couple who lived above me. And they said they were asleep the entire night and like nothing was happening. So now I'm like, shoot,
What
did I
the
just like
fuck?
narc on a ghost or something? Yeah. Didn't mean to. I don't know what that was. Or were they covering it up and was it? I don't know.
Yeah, they could have been lying.
They could have been lying. I don't know. I was really freaked out. I thought I was like ready to go up there, but then I was like,
Probably not safe for you to go into a potential domestic dispute. Yeah. I'm trying to sleep downstairs.
And I'm hearing a lot of wailing and crying. Just trying to make sure that that's okay.
Is that you or is that the child ghost?
Yeah. Is that the Mildred, as we call him?
Yes, the Mildred.
But yeah, that was my only experience, but I don't really know. I don't know what that was. I don't want to say it was a ghost encounter because I'm not confident that it was.
Yeah.
It could have been a number of things.
Something creepy.
It definitely freaked me out.
You didn't have any experiences on your ghost tour?
No. And it was like 6 p.m, so it wasn't that. And it was it's Bar Harbor.
Yeah.
But no, they actually do have quite a bit of ghosts in like the old, because some of the hotels are really, really old there. So, I guess there have been a lot of spottings up in some of the old hotels.
Do you ever like look up in windows of old buildings, like looking to see ghosts in the windows?
No. I guess like ghosts, unless I'm like specifically on a ghost tour or listening to like a ghost podcast, ghosts aren't really on my mind.
Oh, really? Ghosts are always on my mind. I'm always thinking about ghosts.
You and I are different people.
We are.
Ghosts are like, this is why ghosts don't bother me, because they're just like, no, she's not gonna notice. She's gonna think that it's a domestic violence situation rather than a ghost situation.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she'll come up with any reason
She's gonna
for
call
why
the
this
police
happened.
on us.
Yes, yeah, have us arrested. If you did see a ghost, like a blatant ghost experience, would you be really freaked out, or would you be like, oh?
I guess it depends. I'd probably be really freaked out. It kind of, knowing me, I'd probably chalk it up to something like, oh, that's just like
the lights
playing tricks on me, and I'd probably
reflected.
just completely blow it off until like 3 years later when I like think about it again, being like, was it a ghost?
Yeah. I think I would be very freaked out. I want to see a ghost, but I also don't. And I've heard that ghosts won't reveal themselves to people who are scared, like very scared of them.
Oh,
It's like, even if I did have the gift to be able to see them, they like most likely wouldn't do that because they know that I would like be very scared and never sleep again.
well, that's good.
'Cause I'm already scared of the
It's
dark.
good for ghosts to have a moral code.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice. Yeah.
But Christopher has some wild ghost stories. So
I bet he does.
and Doug started talking, and I was like, what the frig?
Yeah.
I didn't know any of these things. So we learned a lot. And yeah, apparently I would say I'm ghost resistant.
You are ghost resistant.
Yeah.
I'm glad you have an open mind about them, though.
Yeah.
Like, I hate when people are like, no, they definitely don't exist. Like, I just think it's a very closed-minded thing to say they definitely don't. It's like, who are you to
we
know?
don't know much about anything.
No. And I think it's ignorant to say otherwise, to like write it off completely.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine if you don't believe in them, but to be like, no, they definitely don't exist.
Now that the government's
who are
like
you?
aliens definitely exist, I'm like,
Right?
anything could be anything.
Yeah. Bigfoot's probably out there. Who
Yeah,
friggin'
Nessie.
knows? Yeah.
If they're not out there, they were out there, and they're like probably in some senator's basement or something.
Yes, being
that's what
like
I'm thinking.
tortured in
Yeah.
a sex dungeon.
The CIA definitely has them.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Yeah, and they want to make us seem crazy.
Yeah, like
for believing in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the what was it? The Barney and Betsy Hill.
Yeah.
How they were like very
Barney
clearly
and something Hill.
They were like very clearly abducted.
Yes.
And then the CIA had this whole like smear campaign against them.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I don't trust
that's
you.
a story for a different day.
I also did a ghost tour in Sydney, Australia, which you would think would be like super scary, but Charleston was honestly the scariest. Charleston has kind of a dark energy.
America's got a lot of history.
Yeah.
Dark history.
Yeah. Like
I mean,
Sydney's got like
other
it was like a prisoner country.
Yeah.
And they also were horrific to their indigenous
Mm-hmm.
population there. But Charleston, man, the Civil War, I mean, the Civil War was so brutal
Mm-hmm.
and like people
And we know
died
a
in
lot about
such
it, too. Yeah.
horrific ways. Yeah, we know a lot about it.
Yeah.
Charleston was just like such a big hub too that just had a sinister energy to it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah. So,
That's a
well,
good question.
great.
Let us know your
Yeah,
ghost encounters
write
because
in.
I'm very interested to know.
write in your ghost encounters.
And I'll believe you. Even if no one else will believe you, I'll
Yeah,
believe you.
We'll believe you. We'll
Yeah.
share it if you want. If not, we'll just keep it to ourselves.
Yeah, we can read ghost stories or you can just like scare me.
Yeah. Exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thanks for answering my question.
Thanks for asking. I'm
Yeah.
always happy to talk about
Of
ghosts.
course. Should we get into our little accomplishments?
Let's do it.
Are you ready?
Yes. Little accomplishments, but big in our hearts.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right. Grace.
Okay, yes.
What did you accomplish?
I moved bedrooms. Well, Ian and I moved bedrooms.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, a good
moved
move.
from one bedroom to another bedroom. It's nothing crazy.
This is
but
what happens when you don't have kids. You can just move bedrooms.
yeah. Or like, what
You
if
can
we're
live in the living room,
Right?
You know, you don't need to conform to societal
exactly?
standards. You
And we
can
got a
live
third bedroom we can move into if we're
There you
feeling
go.
crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
figure it out.
So many rooms to move into. I mean, they're all
Fantastic.
pretty small, so I'm not living in a mansion,
Well-
but we do have 3 small little rooms upstairs and one I was using for my office.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like brighter. It's nicer. It's the nicer room, but we couldn't fit our king bed in there because like the rooms are pretty small and like,
I forgot you had a king bed.
yeah, the angles. Yeah. If you're not sleeping in a king bed, what are you doing?
I'm sleeping in a queen.
No. If you can afford it, get a king bed. If you got a partner, you don't need to live like that.
Yeah. Plus, you have a dog that sleeps with you
True.
too.
Yeah. And Ian just gets so hot in
Oh
the
my
night
God.
that I want to be as far away from him as humanly possible. And I know Christopher's the same way. So get a king bed.
Always try to cuddle because I love
Ew.
being big spoon, and
No.
he's just like, no,
Yeah.
get away, and I'm like, come, because I'm always cold.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and he's like a little furnace, and I'm like, come to me. Give me your energy. And he's like, get away.
Yeah. I can only cuddle for about 30 seconds until I'm
Oh no, I
on
want
fire.
give me that heat.
I like putting like one foot on Ian's
Yeah.
leg and that like
I
will
love
heat my
that.
whole body.
Yes.
So that's nice.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is
But
nice.
I like having the distance to like be able to come and go as I choose.
Mm.
But the angles were awkward because the bedrooms are like very small and we couldn't fit our king bed anywhere in this room. So Ian was like, we could take out one closet wall. So
Isn't
we
that
did.
nice when you have someone who can do that?
Yeah, very handy. I'm very lucky when it comes to that.
That is nice.
So we just took out the closet wall, made it a little bigger. So now you can like actually walk around the bed.
you can use the whole other bedroom for like a giant closet too, you know?
That's what we were thinking. We'll like workout room / giant closet because now I moved my little office like downstairs into that little office space.
Where's Ian's office?
He doesn't need one.
Okay.
Yeah, we were trying to make him an office space, but he just like doesn't use it, and it just piles up with shit. Like we can't have tables that are just like meant to be empty because they'll just pile up with stuff. So
That's fair.
it's best to not do that. And like I was having trouble going up to my office because it just felt like
Yeah.
such a big thing to like go from the kitchen up to my office. For some reason, that transition was just really
You do
hard.
love to start in the kitchen.
Yeah. And I start my day in the kitchen, like sitting in my seat, eating my oatmeal. And it's once I'm there, I'm there. And I was just like not going up and walking on my treadmill, which I like to do. So now that it's like right next to the kitchen, my little office, I'm using it a lot more.
Yeah.
And I made my commute shorter.
There you go.
Yeah, which it's already very
Love
short.
a short commute. Yeah.
Yes. So I was being a big baby about it, but like it just wasn't like I just wasn't transitioning, and I'm bad at transitions.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
if I struggle, I struggle, you know?
Yeah.
So now that my commute is like 10 feet, I'm using my office a lot more and not just like working from the kitchen all day.
I find that if I bring my coffee into the office and sit down and have my breakfast there and then I'm like, okay, now I'm getting started.
My problem is that I have my walking treadmill there. And so I don't want to go, I can't go sit and eat my oatmeal at my desk because I don't want to put my chair there and move my treadmill. It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
So then by the time I'm like done with my oatmeal and ready to work, I'm like, oh, I'm already comfy here. I might as well just sit here. So
That's fair.
now I've like kind of solved that problem. So yeah, I'm loving our new bedroom. I got some awesome vintage curtains, Facebook Marketplace, $40.
Love Facebook Marketplace.
4 beautiful, like double paned curtain panels.
They're so fancy.
Yeah, they're so fancy for $40. And I'm very excited. I also got a big rug at Goodwill.
Nice.
And yeah, it's just nice. It's still
proud
pink.
of you.
It's pink in there. So now I get to have a pink bedroom.
Ooh.
Yeah. Which
I heard.
Ian is fine with.
I think that's a lovely
It's
color.
like a neutral. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty neutral.
I want to paint my bedroom pink.
Do it.
I have lots of things to paint. The bedroom is last on the list to do.
Yeah.
That stuff.
I kept saying that too. But now that we have like a nice cozy space, I'm like, yeah, this is really nice.
We need
I
to
love having
figure
a cozy
out-
bedroom.
Our laundry situation. That's the biggest thing. Is we are just like,
Functional.
it's not functional.
Yeah.
And I think we both have too many things. We literally wear 5 outfits.
Same.
You
Ian
know?
and I have so
why-
many
we
clothes.
don't
We have
need
like
that.
dressers full of clothes that we don't wear. It's
Yes.
like, why do we have this?
Get rid of these.
Yes.
One day.
Yeah.
It's not on the priority list.
No.
And it never will be because I hate folding.
What did you accomplish?
Oh, I returned not one, but 2 things.
Ooh.
2 different things. And I had to return them to 2 different places.
And you went to 2 different
I
places? You weren't
went
just mailing?
outside. Yeah, no, not just mailing because I
Whoa.
had, so Christopher ordered the wrong size shoes. So we have to return, and it was through Amazon. So to return that, we got to go to Kohl's because they have an Amazon return.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to Kohl's and then I had to go to FedEx because I ordered something on Chewy for my dog and it was too big for her. It was really easy to return. They said, bring
Good
a
job.
box. They taped it for me. I said, I have no packaging tape because I don't.
Mm.
And they're like, you brought a box. I go, I did. They're like, that's all you need.
Great.
And I just had my QR code and he's like, I'll take this. And I was like, how can I help? And he's like, no.
Can I help? There's
I
nothing
didn't know,
to do.
I didn't know if he needed me to like write down the address or something. He's like, it's all on the
Printed.
He's like,
This
please
is
leave.
1990.
Please leave. Get out of
I'm
here.
not handwriting
Right?
the address.
Yeah. And then I had to mail a thing. I know. I had to mail
Whoa.
a thing. It was like it was for Finance Mike, which I made a meeting with finally.
Good
So,
job.
I know.
Lots of accomplishments.
It was an
Look at
I know.
you.
Look at me doing stuff.
You're on a
But
roll.
I was like, so I had to go to this, but I had to go through. So one was through Amazon, one was through FedEx, and the next one was through UPS. And so I went to the FedEx building. The FedEx building doesn't do UPS because that's a different company. So then I had to go to an
Yes.
actual place that does UPS, which. So I looked online and there's this local place called Going Postal. Okay, yeah.
I don't know about that name.
Yeah.
It feels a little dark.
A little dark.
Why would they name it that? I like dark stuff, but even for me, that's like, I don't know if you want to make that association.
They've been in business forever. It's like
I love that.
such like a weird local Lewiston, Auburn place. And I was like, I drive by it all the time and I'm like, what an odd name. And I'm like,
So
now I've
funny.
got to go because they have the UPS. And it is just as quirky as I was expecting. They're selling like tchotchkes in there and like
Yeah.
homemade things.
Mail is so
And then-
boring. Spice it up, I say.
They
Get some
had
tchotchkes.
Pokemon cards for sale there. And I'm like,
Okay.
what is happening?
Yeah.
And then I go in there and it's like a lot of, town locals. One guy, he was trying to return pants, but rather than deciding before he goes to the post office what pairs of pants he's going to return,
Yeah.
he brought all like 3 pairs of pants. He wanted to return 2. So he was having the lady help him pick out which pants.
What?
And I was just
Do
like,
that at home. Try them on.
what do we do? Oh my God, what are we doing?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? He's like, I like the color of these, but these feel better. And she's like, this is a better fabric. And I'm like, what is happening here? And
Women's mental and emotional labor for men is never done.
I was like, holy crap, I'm about to go postal. No, I wasn't, but it was just like, what is happening? And then all I literally
strange.
just had to drop that package off and that was fine. But I was like, I am the mail woman now.
Yeah,
Just
you're
returning
crushing
things,
it.
mailing things. Yeah, I was pretty pumped.
Also, if you don't live in the U.S. and you don't get the reference, going postal refers to back when male people had to do like really monotonous work and they would shoot up the workplace a lot. They would come in with guns and kind of go crazy and kill people.
Yeah.
And that is so much that the term going postal
is like a thing.
meant like you're going nuts and you're going to like come in and like kill your
building.
coworkers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for a male place to name their business that is a choice.
We have a gun violence issue here in America.
We
if
do.
you haven't-
Yeah.
It's
if you didn't know,
you know, it's been this kind of ongoing issue, but it's nice to have like a lighthearted joke
it's
about
nice to be able to laugh. Yeah. You
that
got to
being
find humor
said,
where you can.
They have great customer service at Going Postal, and I 10 out of 10 recommend. They're very nice people there. I love it. Would go back.
All right.
Yeah.
Great recommendation.
They'll help you sort through your pants.
Yeah.
They'll sell you Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
It's like a journey.
One-stop shop. Yeah. I love that.
That was my accomplishment.
All right, good job. Proud of you.
Yeah. But we have meat today.
Yeah.
Meat. We have a meaty episode.
It is the meat.
Meat.
I have the need for meat.
Is that our new? Is it?
No, I don't know. I just said it. It could be.
It could be.
And it's me quoting Michael Scott, quoting, "I have the need for speed." Except he says, "I have the need for tweed." Now it's
I have the need
for meat.
Meat.
We got there. Yeah.
This
reference and a reference.
meat episode is about. It was supposed to be about probiotics and ADHD in terms of our like supplement series that we've kind of been strolling through. However, boy, did we get off track, just like this episode today.
Classic.
And I felt like we'll touch on probiotics, but I felt like I couldn't do probiotics justice without talking about the gut-brain axis, because I think it's important, and it's kind of fairly new. I had to do a lot of research about this, and I was like kind of sort of super overwhelmed because it's not something that we learn a lot about in school, and just because it's kind of a newer science, but it is like very well studied, and people are continuing to study it, but it was a lot, because it's like, how do I take all this information and boil it down and then represent it? And then I struggled with this. So please bear with me.
Sure.
We got there.
I'm excited for you to teach us.
Yes, because we've learned about the sympathetic and parasympathetic, the
Nervous
CNS
systems.
and PNS.
The PNS.
The PNS.
We love the PNS.
We love this. Now we're going to talk a little bit about the ENS, the internal nervous system. Enteral. Sorry,
I was going
not
to say internal is with an I.
Enteral.
Kristin.
Sorry, I'm dyslexic. I don't know my words.
I know.
But we're talking about the gut-brain axis, which is the connection from your brain to your gut and your gut to your brain. That's the easiest way they talk to each other.
Yeah.
The brain talks to the gut and the gut talks to the brain.
Don't they call the gut your second brain?
They do, because there's a lot of nerves in there. There's more nerves in there than other places.
Wow, what an interesting fact.
Yeah. Can you believe it?
I can't. I thought the other places had more nerves. I can't believe it.
This episode, I was also like going through a mental break too, trying to write this. So, but here we are. We've done it.
All right.
It is really interesting. It's just so, it really like took me by surprise how much I needed to explain before I even started to explain about the topic I had to explain. So let's
pre-explainer
get into it. So are we talking about probiotics today? A little bit.
Maybe.
Yeah. We might not even get there.
Yeah.
But let's go. So we know that microbes in our gut can affect our health. For example, E. coli, you have an overabundance, or you eat bad food or something contaminated with E. coli, you're going to have illness, diarrhea, the shits. Not great. And then we also know that our brains can affect our gut, such as like stress poops. You're having a profound amount of stress. Maybe you're going to have some associated loose stools, or maybe you go the other way.
Stress
maybe
barfs?
I was going to say constipation, but
stress barfs. Like you used to throw up
I
anxiety bars. You used to
yeah.
throw up before
Oh
your
my
dance
God,
recitals.
yes, I forgot
And
about
your mom's
that.
like, that's just Kristin.
It's just me.
Nothing to look into here.
No. Therapy.
No underlying issues there.
She's fine.
Just normal kid.
Everybody barfs before
Everyone's
their recitals.
terrified.
Yes. And before their first confession on top of the priest.
Yep. Yeah. Really healthy.
It's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, so our brains can affect the way our gut works, and then our gut can affect our whole system, our body. But also our gut can also affect how our brains work. And so this is called the gut-brain axis. And recently, the science community has been looking at how microbes that naturally live in our gut can send signals to our nervous system, to our gut nervous system, the ENS, enteral nervous system, as well as our central nervous system, right up there. And we've been kind of finding that, maybe the makeup of this gut microbiome can influence our central nervous system. How does this happen? We've got two main highways.
Okay.
We have the vagus nerve, your favorite.
Mm-hmm.
And we also have the HPA axis, which is the hypothalamus pituitary adrenal axis. So the vagus nerve is a nerve. It's like, I think of it as like a straight shot, 1, 2, up, down. Or you have this HPA axis, which is through hormones. Both are routes that you can take. And the ENS uses both.
Okay.
We're going to go over a lot of studies, and then we're going to kind of wrap things up and talk about our opinions. Okay. And I've linked there's like 18 studies that I've linked. So Great. Sorry, I'm excited for all of you to read each and every one of those.
And we know you're going to. I sure will.
I did.
I can't wait to read after this.
Yep. It was awful. No, it was good. It was just a lot.
No, it's good to learn.
It's good to learn.
But it's nice that we have you here to summarize it for us, for those of us who maybe won't go through all
there's
studies.
Also a YouTube video link that is quite helpful. That is much better than reading all of these. Great. So studies have found that the microbiome can influence the production and turnover rate of neurotransmitters, including our good friend GABA, which is very much a part of when we're talking about anxiety and depression, norepinephrine, which we talk about when we talk about ADHD, among other things, and our good friend dopamine, which is kind of like the main precursor with ADHD, as well as something called a brain-derived neurotropic factor, or BDNF, which is really important with memory. A lot of these studies were done with what are called germ-free mice, which are mice that are genetically engineered to not have like a microbiome.
Whoa.
Yeah. Which I don't make the mice. I just read the studies.
You don't?
Yeah.
You're not making those mice?
I'm not making the mice.
Oh, who's making the mice?
I don't know. I just read the studies. So a lot of studies were done with germ-free mice, and they found that these germ-free mice, the ones with no microbiome, have found increased stress behaviors associated with high cortisol levels, which is associated with our HPA axis. And then they found that this improves with what they call microbial colonization. So basically they like give them a probiotic and they're like, oh, their cortisol levels are going down. And this is reversible, which is pretty significant. So germ-free mice, no microbiome, stressed.
So it's not good to be germ-free.
You need microbes in your gut. They do many things, including digest food and break down nutrients. But what we're learning is that it's not just gut related, it's like whole system related. Everything's connected.
It's all connected, man. It goes all the way to the top.
All the way to the top, including your brain. So this is reversible. So germ-free mice, no gut biome, lots of stress. They colonize their gut with a probiotic or something. Stress levels go down, cortisol goes down, and then they wipe it out again, probably given an antibiotic or something. And that stress behavior resumes.
Okay.
So that's significant.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
Another study showed mice with chronic colitis, which one day I'm going to do an episode on how do you get a mouse with chronic colitis, you know?
Yeah.
Do you genetically engineer the mice to have, is it like a breeding thing? How do you know?
Yeah.
Do they tell you they're in pain, you know?
Yeah, how do you know?
These are questions.
Mouse colonoscopy? Yeah.
You're due.
Yeah.
We
it's
found 3
time.
polyps.
Yeah. You've been alive for 4 days. It's about time that mice start to get their colonoscopies.
You know, you've got a family history here.
Your uncle had
your uncle had colitis, and as did your 56 sisters.
Yes.
So these mice that somehow had chronic colitis had increased anxiety-like behaviors, which were found to improve with the probiotic. Excuse me. I got it. I even practiced, but that was like a week ago. Bifidobacterium longnum.
All right.
But this improvement was not seen with mice that had their vagus nerve cut. So they have mice with chronic colitis.
Mm-hmm.
Half of them have their vagus nerve severed. Half of them don't. The one with the non-severed, the intact vagus nerve, they give probiotics, anxiety improves. The ones with the vagus nerve cut, they give them probiotics, the anxiety does not improve.
Suggesting it doesn't have that highway.
Yeah, suggesting that the probiotics are in the bacteria, the microbiome is communicating, at least in this one instance, through the vagus nerve. And so the gut microbiome also makes short chain fatty acids. These are important, and we'll get to it later, but the names are butyric acid, propionic acid, and acetic acid. And those acids and short chain fatty acids can stimulate the enteral nervous system, the sympathetic nervous system, and is also involved in the release of serotonin, which is very much involved with like depression, anxiety. The main neurotransmitter for all those medications that are called SSRIs and SNRIs, like Prozac and Paxil. Fun. So, on to the next. In 2024, a study measured impulsivity, attention, hyperactivity in college-age students with ADHD, given a multi-strain probiotic versus a placebo. And they found that the probiotic group had less impulsivity, inattention, hyperactivity, as well as decreased fingernail cortisol concentration.
What?
Gross. Didn't know your fingernails could have cortisol.
No.
I didn't look into I was just like, could barely read it. I was like, that's so gross.
I know you're freaked out by fingernails.
I don't like fingernails or toenails.
Any kind of nail.
Any kind of nail. It's not for me.
No. Refuses to swing a hammer on principle alone.
So the thing about the study is it took place at one facility. It was about 75 people, which is like not a big enough test subject to like, you can't take 75 test subjects and say it at one location at one place and make like a general population like a generalization to the main population. It is nice to say like, well, we found in this very specific population that this works. The probiotic does help with these traits of ADHD, but 75 people is like not a lot of people.
Yeah. But it's still like interesting. It's valuable information.
Good. It's like a good starting point. You know, it's not something, it's not going to be definitive proof, but it is a good starting point where you can say, you know, maybe we should look into this more. Yeah. Going back to our favorite BJ Psych.
BJ Psych, we the best. Yeah, I love that guy.
They did a meta-analysis. We do love that guy. Yeah. They found that probiotics had no therapeutic effect on children with ADHD. So
interesting.
There's data out there. It's inconclusive. Another study in 2018. I'm all over the place.
Yeah, you are. Well, I wonder if they looked at all about like diet and like alcohol, because obviously alcohol is terrible for your gut biome. Like you're supposed to drink kombucha after you drink alcohol to like help with hangovers and stuff. So I wonder if part of it could be that the kids were not drinking alcohol. The college kids were drinking alcohol, and maybe that affected their ADHD more. And the probiotics just kind of like put them back to baseline.
Yeah, and that's why you can't take like a very specific group of people at one location and, you know, Yeah, because they could have all been drinking alcohol. They could have all been. And the other thing is, like, you have to look at, like, what were their qualifications for ADHD? This was in 2024. So the ADHD the diagnoses had changed. But maybe, the research that took place in like 2018, 2016, maybe the qualifications for ADHD, maybe they were just depending on like bouncing baby boys rather than like the people who present more as inattentive, like, or the combo type.
And also college kids notoriously have like worse diets than like children living at home whose moms are there to like make them eat broccoli and stuff.
Right.
So,
or like, where
lots
are
of
these
factors.
children? Maybe these children already have a really healthy, robust microbiome.
True, yeah.
So adding a probiotic is like not going to help, you know?
Whereas college kids like need all the microbiomes they can get.
Yeah. We all need microbiomes.
Yes.
But they need it the most.
They need it the most. Please help out our college
Papa John's
kids.
does not help out your microbiome.
But it is delicious at 1 a.m.
It is.
That garlic sauce. I
love.
So good.
They also have like this blonde brownie cookie situation where it's like, I think it's like butterscotch or something.
Oh
and
my
it's
God.
like, shouldn't be real. It's so good. And it just,
I'll destroy you.
It will. It has. A study in behavioral brain research in 2018 found lower concentrations of the gut bacterium, Faecalibacterium, in children with ADHD who had not undergone treatment. So basically, they had less of this like important bacteria. And those kids have not been treated for their ADHD, but they have been diagnosed with it. They also found reports in parents that the children with less of this bacteria had more symptoms. However, they were like, well, we also saw this in kids with asthma and eczema, and it might be caused by their diet. But then in 2020, Frontiers of Neuroscience found something very similar, where they also found children with ADHD had this low concentration of the Faecalibacterium. And so what they're proposing is maybe that people with ADHD have lower concentrations of one bacteria and higher concentrations of other bacteria. And is that leading to their symptoms or not? We don't really know.
Yeah.
Remember when we talked about PUFAs?
Yes, I remember PUFAs.
Yes, polyunsaturated fatty acids. They are also kind of important in this because they're broken down by the microbiome along with all of our other food, right? Or most of our other food. We kind of talked about like, taking omega-3s, which are polyunsaturated, are really good, like DHA and all that fun stuff. We talked about that in an earlier episode. We thought, all this supplement stuff is like, it's kind of, there's no like proof yet. Yeah. Everything's like maybe, and you're going to see today it's the same. But so back to our good friend PUFAs. Mice given a diet high in PUFAs were found to have high concentrations of lactobacillus and bifidobacterium. And these guys are going to be important later on. They're the most common found in like the over-the-counter probiotics.
Okay.
And then when those mice with high PUFA diet, who also had the high concentrations of those two bacteriums in their gut, were found to have less depressed like behavior. What does that mean in a mouse? I don't really know.
Just like he's playing and frolicking more.
I guess
maybe?
so. These are the things that I should look into when I. Anyway,
he's not sitting in the basement playing video games. He's out playing with his friends.
And then there are these the short chain fatty acids are chemicals that are produced by the gut microbiome by like fermentation of fibers, legumes, whole grains, things we should be eating, but sometimes taste yucky. The most common are those ones that we talked about earlier: butyrate, acetate, and propionate. And so the thought is that these three things in particular, or among others, these aren't the only ones, but these are the ones that are most talked about, help with signaling through the gut-brain axis, especially involving GABA pathways and serotonin pathways. Butyrate in particular has been shown to be neuroprotective and to reduce neuroinflammation, which is associated with anxiety and depression. Also, is associated with an increase in that BDNF, which is that standby brain-derived neurotrophic factor.
Okay.
Memory.
Mm.
So there's a lot of information that we just went over.
Yes.
A lot of studies.
Yes.
It was very science heavy.
Yes.
Here's my proposed pathway.
Okay.
Based on my very limited research.
Sounds like you did a lot of research.
Yeah, but I'm not like in the field.
Well, I don't think anyone's expecting you to do like a huge meta analysis of this stuff.
But I could.
The fact that you collected and read 18 sources, that's a lot.
It felt like it. I don't know if it was really 18, but so here's my proposed pathway based on the limited research that I've done.
Okay.
Is this a legitimate pathway? No. Is this something that helps me understand how important the gut axis, brain axis is? Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Will it be helpful for you? Hopefully, maybe.
Maybe, we'll see.
Yeah. So here it is. Proposed, but not true pathway. Following a diet high in PUFAs leads to a higher gut microbiome with concentrations of our favorite lactobacillus and bifidobacterium.
Love those guys.
Which in turn help digest and break down the fibers, the legumes, the whole grains to make many things, including short chain fatty acids. Remember the butyrate, the acetate, the propionate, which in turn help stabilize cell membranes, increase gut-brain communication, provide anti-inflammatory and neuroprotective effects, and which help certain neurochemical pathways, including neurotransmitters, which may in turn to lead to improvement of ADHD traits.
Okay.
Did that make sense?
I think so.
It's proposed. This is my proposed. Someone who is much smarter than me and actually works in research in nutrition can email us and say you're wrong. I welcome it.
Or say you're right.
Is there proof of this pathway? No.
I don't know. It sounds legit.
There is not. Is there any sort of like research existing right now that proves that this is an actual pathway? No.
You could be the first.
It's a proposal.
Pioneer.
It's a proposal. Am I probably wrong? Yeah, but that's okay. That's why we make this the hypothesis.
Yeah.
So that brings us all back to my original intent of the episode, which is probiotics.
Okay.
Have you heard of them?
I have, yeah.
Do you know what a probiotic is?
Not, I guess no.
Okay. Because there are probiotics and prebiotics. Those are two different things.
Yeah, what are the different? How are they different?
Yeah. So that's a fair question. So the probiotic is the actual bacteria, beneficial bacteria and yeast that live inside you, that live inside of everybody.
They're inside you right now.
You're covered in bacteria. I think you actually have more bacterial cells than human cells on you.
I hope this doesn't like trigger anyone with like OCD.
Well,
sorry.
It's reality, you know? So the probiotics are the actual microbes, whereas prebiotics are like food for microbes. So prebiotics help feed your probiotics.
Okay. So you need both.
You need at least one, but
if you just have the food without the guys.
If you just have the food without the guys, then you don't have any guys. But if you have the guys
without the food,
you could feed them by following, a healthy diet full of, short chain,
So the guys will get the food some way or another.
Yes.
Okay.
But sometimes if like your diet isn't, it's hard to follow a healthy diet. So sometimes they put in prebiotics to help feed the gut bacteria that's already there.
The guys. Yeah.
Feed the guys.
Feed the guys.
So,
okay.
So kind of what we talked about, the probiotics, so the guys that you can commercially buy. Lactobacillus is like one of the main ones you'll see. That's what's in the yogurt that Jamie Lee Curtis likes.
Activia.
Yes, Activia. That's what's in there.
Okay.
There's also bifidobacterium and acidophilus. I think that's a yeast, but I'm not totally sure on that.
What about kombucha?
Hold on.
Okay.
So you can get these in like pill forms. Pills are really expensive. You can also get them in like gummy forms. I don't know if those are legit.
I don't believe that. And you got to keep it in the fridge because otherwise they'll die.
Yeah, because they're guys.
Because they're guys. You got to keep them
They're real
alive.
things. Yeah. So they can be really, really expensive. You know, not everybody can afford that. So where do you get it in your diet? Fermented foods. So yogurt, kefir, kimchi, pickles, the ones that you have to refrigerate, like Grillos, the ones that come on the shelf.
Yeah. Those don't.
I don't think they're like live cultures.
Oh, yeah. Because how would they be?
I don't know. But miso, cottage cheese, gross. Kombucha.
I love cottage cheese.
I don't.
Except with fruit. I think that's foul.
People
who put fruit in cottage cheese. Fruit and cheese don't go together unless it's a Danish. That's
false.
My stance.
Brie and apples.
Brie and apples, yes. It's the
Goat
idea of
cheese
like
and dried apricot.
All right, you're right. There are a lot of examples.
Yeah.
It's the idea of like a wet, chunky cottage cheese, and like people do like cantaloupe, and cantaloupe to me is very watery. It's the idea of putting like a watery fruit in like a creamy cheese type of thing.
Cottage cheese itself looks, smells, sounds disgusting.
I can't think about it too much or else I lose my appetite for it.
Bleh. And then you're going to put cantaloupe in there, bottom of the barrel fruits.
No, honeydew is bottom of the barrel fruit.
Both are subpar. Why are we doing this? Stop eating.
I agree.
Both shouldn't exist because they're both gross.
Well, cantaloupe can be very good if you get a good one. And my mom has taught me that because I was always kind of anti-cantaloupe. But cantaloupe is very, very good for you. It's like one of the best fruits.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Susan was very pro cantaloupe. But you got to get a really good one because it can be so bland and boring. But it can also be very good and juicy. So I've come around on cantaloupe. It's got to be the right one. Honeydew, get it out of my sight.
Get it out of there.
And get it out of my fucking fruit salad.
Yeah.
It's filler fruit.
It's not even right.
It's nothing. It tastes like nothing.
Cardboard.
It's literally nothing.
It's like nothing.
Yeah, it's like worse than nothing. That and papaya. Ugh. Papaya sucks.
I've heard papaya is really good if you get it fresh.
No, I'm very anti-papaya.
Go to the places where they grow papayas and eat it. That being said, I've never had papaya and I probably never will because I live in Maine and papaya should not be here.
No, it shouldn't be anywhere.
It shouldn't be.
I'm anti-papaya. I'd rather have cantaloupe than papaya.
Really?
Yeah. Controversial take.
I feel like I'm going to have to reevaluate cantaloupe.
I'll get you like a really good cantaloupe and it's like the middle,
I would love that.
The middle of the cantaloupe especially.
I would love that.
Yeah, but don't put in cottage cheese because it's gross.
I won't be eating cottage cheese regardless because that's disgusting.
Thank God.
It's just, it doesn't look like it should be something that people should eat. It looks like it's like gone bad. Cheese that's gone bad.
I like it. I mean, what is cheese if not cheese that's gone bad?
I know. It's like, and I eat blue cheese, which is like,
right? That's
you know,
like mold.
But like for some reason, I don't know, the cottage cheese, it's the texture, the sight, the smell, the noise that it makes when you get it with a spoon.
I go through phases where I'm like really disgusted by it. And then I'm like, you know what? I can go for some cottage cheese. And then I like gross myself out by it.
No, thank you.
Okay.
Every time I think of cottage cheese, I think of our good friend Jake eating it by like the barrel and just eating it with a full mouth open.
Ew. Ew.
Because he did that once and I was like, well, that's something I'll never eat again.
I don't remember that at all.
I've never
Sounds
eaten.
like a very specific experience.
It like haunts my dreams. And it's the main reason why I've never had cottage cheese.
Whoa.
But I also think that it smells and looks and sounds disgusting.
All right. You know what? To each their own.
And I'm sure there's someone here who loves cottage cheese.
And you're ewing their woo right now.
Well, they're wrong.
All right.
So, probiotics are the guys.
Yeah.
Prebiotics are the food for the guys. You need at least the guys. But if you feed the guys correctly, you probably don't need the food. Right?
Because you're feeding them.
So, you know, you can look on the backs of like probiotics if you're going to get like the pill form or something and you can see like what's in there. It should say like live cultures and should have those listed out.
And it should, anything that you get that claims to have live cultures, if it doesn't say needs to be refrigerated and it's not already refrigerated, they're not live guys because they're dead.
Yeah, because it's probably a waste of money.
You haven't refrigerated them.
So just make sure you do, like, you look at the labels and stuff, which I know it's hard to do, but with probiotics especially, they're so expensive for something you can just like get a yogurt, you know, for or something. They seem like they're very expensive and probably not worth worth it to me, at least, if you can just like eat a pickle or something.
Or get into kombucha. I've gotten really into kombucha the last few years.
We've
and
been
like
drinking.
some of it is disgusting and tastes like vinegar. Some of it is delicious and tastes like a little soda and it's delicious.
Yeah.
So,
I can only do like a little bit at a time. So I have
Which
like
is
a little
fine.
thimble of
Quimby Thimby.
Yeah, Quimby Thimby. I just have a little thimble of kombucha, and then Christopher drinks the rest.
Yeah. I have to like stop myself from drinking too much
Yeah,
because it's so good.
It is very good, but I just want like a little bit. I need anything more than a taste. I just feel like it's really heavy. And I can't handle it. Can't handle it.
Especially if you're going to like drink alcohol, have a little kombucha before and then a little kombucha after. And that will help with your gut.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Prebiotics. Where do you get those in your diet? That's more like fibrous foods. Those are your beans, peas. Peas are so good for you. I wish they didn't taste like
peas.
shit.
What? You don't like peas?
Peas are just blech.
You got to do mac and peas. Macaroni and cheese plus peas. Mac and peas. It's one of my favorite meals.
I'll have
You
to
get
try
lots
it.
and lots of peas in there.
Is there dairy-free mac and peas?
I mean, there's probably... I mean, you could just do noodles and peas, or you could do like a cheese substitute.
I've done.
Does macaroni and cheese like from the box? Does that cheese really bother you?
I don't know.
It's like
I
barely
haven't
cheese.
Tried it. I'll have to try it.
Try it.
I'll have to try
I'll
it.
make some after this.
I know my mom's mac and cheese, which is like very good mac and cheese, like homemade, is like a death sentence.
Oh no, I'm not talking about like
Yeah.
a baked cheese. I'm talking about like Annie's mac and cheese
All
with
right.
the
I'll have
powdered
to try
cheese in
it.
the packet.
I don't know.
Try it.
Dairy-free people, let me know.
Just go near a toilet. They must, I think they do have like the fake cheese mac and cheese. They must.
They must.
Yeah.
They must.
Try
But
it.
anyway.
Because I love peas.
Peas.
Yep.
Potatoes.
Taters.
Fruits and other vegetables. Slightly green bananas, I guess, are really
Ooh,
nice.
I love slightly green bananas.
Yeah. So all those are the prebiotics. Those are the food for the guys. The probiotics, those are the fermented foods. And those you can get from your diet. Overall, our final conclusion, it sounds like to me that there really needs to be more research in the gut-brain axis and in regards of gut health and mental health. And I think luckily there is a lot of research going into it. I think we know that it's important, but I don't think we know exactly how important it is. And we clearly don't know like the specific pathways.
I feel like Western medicine for so long up until very recently has been very separate about your brain and mental health versus the body, as if like your head is just like a separate thing from the rest of your body. Of course, it's all connected. Why wouldn't it be? It's all one system.
Yeah.
So it's nice that they're like studying it more. But
Yeah,
I wish they would hurry it up.
I think it's anything with mental health. It's just going to take forever to get
Yeah,
something. But I think, it sounds like it's becoming more of an interesting topic and it's becoming more common to talk about it. And so hopefully this will have some kind of like, maybe not breakthrough studies, but some kind of more harder evidence kind of associating the importance of gut health with brain health and mental health. Regardless, that's in regards to like depression and anxiety, how gut health affects neurodivergencies like ADHD, autism, dyslexia, OCD. None of that's really been It's all
And it's like because we do have such a hard time feeding ourselves consistently and feeding ourselves like proper diets, it'd be really nice for people to have this like ADHD or autism specific diet to like follow these rules to have like a healthy gut microbiome, and that will help like with your brain fog and stuff like that.
Like the no red dyes, but we even talked about
we
that.
don't know about
like,
that.
We don't know.
But like if there was a diet that like instead of like don't do this and don't do that, if it was like focusing on like getting these prebiotics and probiotics will help your
or
gut
like,
brain axis,
omega-3s or something like that. Yeah. I think it'd be nice to have some sort of structure rather than like this
rules.
might be good.
Yeah.
But we're not there yet.
Yeah.
There's no like hardcore proof, but I think it's reassuring that we're finding all these things that like, it's not just about you, it's about the little tiny organisms that live inside you.
Yeah, your little guys. You got little guys in there. You got to take care of them.
So if you ever think about offing yourself, I know it's a dark time. We're at war. there's the economy's in the tank. There's a lot of dark times. And if you ever think of that, think about who's going to take care of the little guys in your gut.
Oh, yeah, think of your buddies.
Because it's not just about you; it's about the little guys. Obviously, we'll be very sad, but we're also going to be sad because it's not just you that you're killing. You
got a whole ecosystem in there.
It's your whole ecosystem.
So
and it's not just in your guts, on your skin, in your eyelashes.
Think of your eyelash guys.
Yes.
If you don't want to live for yourself, live for your little guys.
Live for your guys. Yeah.
Live for your guys. Yeah.
And I think that's the moral of this whole...
Who's going to take care of your guys?
Who's going to take care of your guys? Yeah. So think twice,
Yeah.
okay? Because it's not about you. It's about the guys.
Yeah. Put something above yourself for once. Selfish. We're just kidding, by the way.
We're just kidding. Suicide ideation should be taken lightly.
Yes, and it's not selfish. You're struggling, and we understand.
And you should definitely get help because that's something that you don't have to struggle alone with that. And there's many resources out there and hotlines to call. And you should definitely talk to someone or a friend. But also think of your guys.
Yeah, if nothing else has worked, I don't know. I feel like there's so much stuff out there, and if none of that has worked, maybe a new approach is like, imagine those guys,
almost like a community of sea monkeys living in your intestines.
Yeah, it's nice, like to personify them, because people will say like, my cat stopped me from like killing myself because like I thought, who would take care of this cat? If you don't have a cat or a dog or like any kind of animal. Did I say aminal?
Yeah, you did.
If you don't have any aminals, think of your inside aminals, your guys in there.
Those little guys, they need you.
They need you.
And you need to take care of yourself to take care of your little guys.
True, yeah.
So, maybe, you can eat that gross cottage cheese to feed your little guys.
Yeah, or drink some booch.
Or eat a bean.
Have a bean for us. Have a bean for your guys. Just have a legume. And along those same lines, I know on top of like everything else that's terrible in the world, eating disorders are really making a strong comeback, because
it's like alarming.
Yeah, it's like very scary.
It's very scary.
Like, there's the whole, everyone's on Ozempic, which some people legitimately need it, but celebrities who already weigh like 90 pounds are taking Ozempic and like truly like starving in front of their eyes. Like Kelly Osbourne's going to be dead within the year. She is
Ariana Grande.
She is
Mandy
dying
Moore.
in front of our eyes. Mandy Moore looks creepy.
Yeah.
But like, I totally understand the social pressures of that, because we all lived through the early 2000s and just how horrific it was to have all that pressure. But just remember that it's an element of fascism, is they want us hungry and they want us like exhausted and they want us weak. And so
we can't rise up.
If you're finding yourself kind of like sliding back into disordered eating or feeling like you're a big fat whale compared to Ariana Grande's of the world, just remember that like it's anti-fascist to like be big and strong. If nothing else helps, just remember that you're like fighting fascism by eating that cookie.
Right. And your little guys want you to eat.
Yeah, they want you to be big and strong. Feed them lots of good. Give them potatoes.
Give them potatoes. You need those starches.
Potatoes are so vilified in our culture. Potatoes are very good for you. There's a lot of important nutrients in there. Good fiber.
It's a great crop.
Yeah, it is a great hearty crop.
Hearty crop.
Yeah. Have a bean. Have a tater. Have a shot of kombucha.
Maybe eat a cantaloupe. Tell us how it is.
Maybe.
What are your thoughts?
Yeah. Are you very pro cantaloupe? Are you pro honeydew? Because that will be a controversial opinion.
These are poll questions that we will be asking.
Yes, for sure.
But yeah, it's do it for the guys. Do it to fight fascism.
Yeah.
You need carbs. You need to eat. Yes. And any eating is better than no eating.
Yes, true. Like if you can't get yourself to eat anything but like mac and peas, for example, that's a great meal. Have it 3 times a day. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Eat that chocolate cake. If like it's that or starve, eat the cake. Eat what you need to fuel your body in whatever way you can.
Yes.
Anything fed is best.
Exactly.
I tell myself that all the time when I'm eating something that I feel like I shouldn't be. Tell myself like a baby, fed is best.
There you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was, I would say, do you need to go out and buy a fancy probiotic that you have to keep in the fridge that's like, you know, $40 for a jar that's going to last you half a month. Maybe not. My bias is that I am very suspicious of the supplement industry, and that's very much coming out right now.
Yeah.
And so
I'm just suspicious of gummy. I'm very suspicious of gummy form.
That being said,
anything.
I do love.
I was going to say,
today.
you love gummies.
I love gummy. It's the only way
I trust like a pill more than a gummy.
I'm not taking it, or I'm taking it in a gummy, and I'm just taking a multivitamin.
Probiotics in a gummy. No.
Yeah, that one's suspicious.
I don't trust like that.
I don't trust it, but you know, if I don't know, I think if you want to go out, if you want to spend all that money on a probiotic, if it works for you, sure, great, keep doing it. If you're like, it's either between like that or groceries, you know, groceries, you know,
groceries.
Don't like, I feel like sure, if it helps, great. If it's kind of like neutral, then like it's not worth it.
And there are a lot of cheaper ways to get those prebiotics and probiotics. I'm going to look
pickles.
up my favorite kombucha
Grillos,
brands.
pickles. They're 10 out of 10. I keep them in the fridge. I eat one every day.
Nice. Good for you.
My God, they're so good.
Okay, the Health Aid kombucha, the tangerine one, you can either get, they come in like the smaller bottles or like sometimes the big, huge
the
bottles.
family size.
But mostly like the smaller bottles. The tangerine one and the Pink Lady apple of the Health Aid kombucha. It's got like a little anchor on the logo.
I like the Pink Lady.
Those ones are so good. They taste like the least vinegary. I've tried a lot of kombucha brands because I'm very obviously sensitive to that vinegar taste. Those ones are like very close to like a fun drink. Like I just get them as a fun drink, and it's nice that as a bonus, they're also very good for you.
Yeah.
And then for more of, because it's one of those things where like it's kind of nice sometimes to have a bit more of a vinegary taste because you really feel like you're getting something. It feels more like medicinal. Like taking a vitamin as opposed to a gummy. The Synergy brand as well, like the Trilogy one, big red one.
That's the one.
It doesn't taste so vinegary that it's like, this is disgusting, but it's just enough to be like a little bitter, where it's like, it feels like you're taking like a shot. And that, if you really want that feeling of like something's happening here, this is like a medicinal type of drink, try that one. So a couple different options for you if you want to get into kombucha. You don't know where to start. Try those two.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite brands.
Sure. Yeah. There's all sorts of kombuchas. There's all sorts of...
I noticed you say kombucha.
What is it? Kombucha?
Kombucha.
Kombucha.
Kombucha. Kombucha.
Kombucha.
Yeah, there's lots of different brands.
There's a lot of different brands.
Yeah.
There's a lot of yogurt out there. There's all sorts of things.
Lots of pickled things. Yeah.
Pickles.
Kimchi is really good for you. I wish I could get into that more. I don't
try it every once in a while. It's going to be
pickled stuff.
You don't like pickles?
I like sweet and sour pickles. I don't.
You got to try Grillos.
What is that?
It's like a brand.
Like a dill?
It's like, yeah, there's all sorts. There's dill. They're spicy. They're so good.
I don't know. Ian likes the sour pickles from Amato's, the big jars of sour pickles.
That's
too sour for me.
Those are good.
Yeah.
I love going to the Renaissance Fair and getting pickle on a stick.
Ooh.
So Christopher has he hates pickles. He can smell it from a mile away, and which is why I only eat pickles when he's outside the house, because it really dysregulates him. And I get it, because that happens to me when someone's eating cottage cheese. I gotta leave the room. I get it. We all have our things. Pickles are his thing, but I love pickles. So we go to the Renaissance Fair, and I'm allowed one pickle on a stick, and it's the highlight of the day. And we see the guy with the pickles on a stick, and I'm like, pickle on a stick. And I get it.
Is that the guy that's on TikTok that everyone's obsessed with? There's one guy that goes to the Renaissance fairs.
There's a lot of guys who go to Renaissance fairs, but the one I go to, there's one guy who has pickle on a stick, and that's all I want. I want that and a turkey leg, but if I had to choose, I'd choose pickle on a stick.
Whoa.
Yeah. Turkey leg's good.
Controversial.
Pickle on a stick.
Is that just because you're deprived of pickles normally?
I think it's my pickle deprivement.
Good?
Yeah.
See, I'm going turkey leg.
The turkey leg is very good.
I want.
Yeah.
I'm rich in pickles. I'm allowed to have a pickle whenever I want.
Are you rich in pickles? Yeah. Reach out to us at weirdsofeather@gmail.com.
Yeah. Well, luxury.
I mean, I don't know. Something about pickle on a stick.
feels like it's how it should be eaten.
Yes.
On a stick, in stick
Pickles
form.
should be on sticks.
So should hot dogs.
And yeah, it's just, and it's like the perfect crunch, and you just, so good. And it's like cold when it's like really hot out, because of course it's like, you know, I feel like the Renaissance Fair is always on like the hottest day of the year.
Literally the hottest
And
day.
everybody's in like, you know, full costumes, and you're just like, ugh.
It's got good sodium in there too.
Oh, yeah.
So little electrolytes for you.
Oh man, I like make a mess of it, but it's Christopher's like, I'll meet you back in like 10 minutes.
Just got like pickle juice dripping down you.
He's like, go, you know, clean yourself up.
Yeah, please find a
You're
pond.
a mess.
Yeah,
yeah. Get into a bathroom, figure it out, and we'll meet up later.
You probably drink pickle juice in place of kombucha. I wonder if there's probiotics in the pickle juice.
Pickle. I don't want the juice.
But I'm just saying, for a probiotic
Bastardized
source,
version of pickle. Like, why would I drink the juice when I could have pickle?
because if you want like a shot version of your probiotics and you don't have time to eat a pickle, maybe you just take a shot of pickle juice.
Time to eat a pickle.
Well, like if Christopher's only out of the house for a second, quick little shot, pickle juice, get that
Just
fixed. Yeah. Yeah.
Pickles.
Yeah.
I love pickles.
And that is the message here today.
Yeah.
That's what we're here to talk about.
That's why we're really the pickle
In summary,
podcast. Yeah.
Kristin loves pickle.
I do love pickles. Okay.
And fuck honeydew. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
That's it. All
right. That was a good one.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you guys bearing with me. Like I said, all of the articles I read are all linked. You don't have to go through them. They're all on
You
Google.
have to.
They're all on Google Scholar, and they're all legit articles. And it took me a while to go through everything. And I feel like every time this happens, and we come up with the same conclusion, which is like, meh.
Who knows? Well, that's often what science is, right?
Yeah.
It's a moving target.
Yeah.
And it's nice that it's constantly like updating itself.
Yeah. So, do you have strong feelings about probiotics or the gut brain axis, your microbiome? Reach out to us at where'sthefeather@gmail.com. You can email us at that email. You can DM us on Instagram. You can talk to us via the TikTok. Don't reach out to us on Facebook. We've foregone that.
Yeah. For the most part, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Reach out to us. We're on the socials. We're on Reddit.
Yeah, post your favorite prebiotic or probiotic foods or recipes or whatever on Reddit. Let other people know.
Yeah.
Start a convo about honeydew.
And we're also on YouTube now, and you can see us not live, but like in the fresh. In the flesh.
In the fresh.
In the fresh.
You can see our flesh.
You can see our flesh
YouTube.
covered in blankets.
Yep.
Because it is cold.
It's not that cold. But it's nice to be cozy, you know?
It is cozy. We are cozy.
Also, guys, I made this lamp. It's kind of hard to see with the light.
Yeah. I think we're going to talk about it next episode.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah. I'm excited. We've changed. We've decorated.
See lamp?
See? Do you see?
You see this lamp?
It is nice.
Do you see what I see? Yeah, thank you.
But here we are. Are you ready for our board?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll ever get any better at this.
No, I think we're like getting worse.
I think we've reached the peak and we're headed back down the mountain.
Yeah. I think it's worse.
Yeah, because we used to take it more seriously, and now we're like, look at lamp.
We used to be good, sure, maybe, but
maybe
we used to be more on topic. But that's kind of the point of this podcast. Is
exactly
we're chronically off topic.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. You either like it or you're not here. So yeah, I think at this point, you guys like us.
Yeah, and we
for some reason or another,
and we really enjoy
you.
We hope you enjoy
being
us.
You. Yeah. Susan sent me a nice question about stuttering, which was really nice. Yeah.
Love Suze.
Love that lady.
Let's get into our bod.
Yeah. Nice bod.
Launch your bod. Bird of the day. Got to end on a high note.
Yep.
Let's talk about Kirtland's warbler.
Please.
It is an endangered migratory bird that spends most of its time in North America, but does migrate down to like Mexico and Central America. It lives exclusively in jack pine forest, which are slowly becoming endangered too. because the way that the jack pine reproduces is it has to have like a fire. And then so the fire will like decimate all the old trees, and then out of like a phoenix from the ashes, the jack pines grow. But with the human race, we try to prevent forest fires.
Well, white people do, because indigenous people were doing controlled burns for thousands of years on this land because they knew this information and they listened to the earth and they used their wisdom to live amongst the nature instead of trying to like dominate it the way that colonization has. So not just humans, white people.
White people
Yeah.
Have done a lot of fire suppression, which... At the same time, you don't want people to die.
Yeah, but like like in California, the reason why they have had so many huge, crazy wildfires is because they weren't doing controlled burns. And so then there was more and more and more stuff that like when there is a fire, it's going to be much bigger because they haven't been doing this controlled burns over time. So it's really important to like to do that. And also clearly for like growth and everything.
Yeah. Along with like some sort of like virus that I wasn't going to talk on because we've talked enough.
No such thing.
The habitat loss has really affected the Kirtland's warbler because we haven't been doing these controlled burns. And so the jack pine hasn't been really reproducing. So those jack pine forests have decreased, and therefore the habitat for these warblers have decreased.
Sad.
Along with a weird virus. Anyway, this guy, he's a cute little guy. He's got a yellow belly. He's got a gray top. He looks like a little round ball. He's adorable.
Aww.
We love him.
I love a little round
A
bird.
little round bird. And he's got a nice, cute little tweet.
Play us that, bud.
Warbler. I'd like to be a migratory bird.
That would be so nice.
Right? Like, I was in Bar Harbor this weekend, and I was like, why? Everybody here lives here for the summer, and then they go down south for the winter.
Mm-hmm.
What the heck? Or they live here during the winter and it's like very quiet. You know, everything's just not like Doug lives there year round. And he says it's like a time of rest because there's no.
Which is how animals are meant to live, is to be like hibernating or taking it easy in the winter.
Yes. I want to hibernate or I want, I guess, to live in an area like Bar Harbor.
You could.
I
Just gotta
could.
get a different job.
I've got to get a different job.
Like there are people who just like work really hard during the other seasons and then like give themselves a few months of rest in the winter.
Yeah. The other thing is though, I like the spring and summer, and I would like time off during the spring and
I
summer.
know that's always my problem. I'm like so unmotivated and sleepy in the winter. I'm like, well, I'll feel better like when the sun's out. But then the sun's out, I'm like, I don't want to work. I want to be outside.
Yeah.
So it's like a no season for me is a work season. All seasons are bad for work for different reasons.
You're much better.
One more time. No, these types of calls I'm bad at. It's the ones that are like more throaty I can do. They're so hard to do. There's no natural way to make that sound.
There's no way.
At least like the guttural ones you can get kind of close to
like
it.
Scream out.
Yeah. These type you need to like whistle, which I can't do very well.
I can whistle, but not like this.
Okay. No.
Now that I'm smiling, I can't whistle.
Yeah.
Ah.
Like, I can whistle, right?
So terrible.
Too breathy.
Okay. I also got a windburn on my lip. Have you ever had a windburn on your face or something hiking?
From like skiing, like being at the top of Sugarloaf.
I like put in all the sunscreen, but I must have I missed my top lip. So I have this like,
or is it a sunburn?
It could be both. It could be a sunburn as well, but it's very flaky and it's very irritating.
Perfect time to whistle.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Gotta take care of your instrument.
I know.
Gotta whet your whistle.
Okay. Here we go. No.
Really good.
That really, I petered out quite a bit.
Yeah. You had it in the beginning. It's hard to hit those high notes.
Yeah.
That's it. That was my only
That's
attempt.
it.
Yeah.
You're done.
I can't do this
You
one.
can't do it.
No.
Okay.
The-
You've given up.
Yeah. The like whistly tweety ones, I can't even come close because I feel like you need to whistle. There's no way to make an approximation with your
We
mouth.
need to have a professional bird caller.
Literally.
How come we haven't had this? We've had this discussion before. But
We've had it so many times.
I'm looking
I think because
for
we don't want to be embarrassed, but I feel like it'd be good to learn.
This whole show is embarrassing.
You're right.
Though.
You're
That's-
right.
It's
You're right.
one embarrassment
Can't
after
be embarrassed
another.
if you're not embarrassed.
Right.
We're bad at it and we know. And we haven't made any effort to
that's
improve.
the whole point
Yeah.
of the bot is look how bad we are
You're
at
right.
this.
It'd be more embarrassing if we were trying really hard.
Yeah.
But like I never work on my bird calls unless I'm
The whole purpose is to not. You got to go in raw.
unfiltered. I guess I work on them when I'm like parroting birds that I'm hearing, but it's usually morning dove. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Or a crow.
Ah! And speaking of that,
Yeah.
we got to get out of here.
All right, we're out.
Ooh. It's good.
Almost.
How do you make a tighter whistle?
You
I feel like my lips are going as tight as they can.
Tighten up that
Sphincter.
sphincter, like a tight little butthole.
Tightest butthole. Do I not know how to whistle?
I can whistle, it's just not very good. It's gonna be great for sound.
Yeah, really good stuff.
Just blowing into the mic. How come we don't have more listeners?
I can't imagine why no one listens to this.